Okay, we're good?
We good? Is this mic on? Yeah. Doesn't seem like it's on quite as loud as it was before.
Hello. All right, folks.
A horse is a horse, of course.
Hang on.
All right.
Rodney not hearing things?
Try your mic, Rod.
Try your mic, Rod.
How's mine?
How's mine?
It looks like it's good from this screen. You got put the earphones on. So good, Rod.
Yeah, go
Ba,
ahead.
ba, ba, ba.
Yeah, that's good.
Bye.
All right,
I
you
think
ready?
I'm a little closer to the mic than I have been.
All right, folks. Welcome back. This is Roadless Travelers Podcast, Episode 3. Hopefully you tuned in and he's flying and he's landing.
Did you just come from a Grateful Dead concert?
Hopefully you've tuned in.
Yes,
on
and
last
I
two.
have been flying, I'll tell you that much.
But we are
Hickey?
I am Clyde.
and I am Hoagie. Do you like how I say that, Dick?
Bogey.
Sexy.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing.
Keep your shirt on. So, folks, we are podcasting from Springfield, Tennessee. I don't think I announced that before.
It's on the map, right?
Yes, it is. A small town startup podcast studio
Great.
is where we're broadcasting from. A great outfit here. They really try to help small businesses kick things off, get things going, and just a great place. You guys look them up. Small town startup here in Springfield, Tennessee. It's a small town. But man, they have revitalized the square here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it looked nice out there.
Right,
Just
you
was
see that?
outside. Yeah.
They've got the Capitol Theater that had been closed for many years, the old theater on the square. A person that is a native of Springfield, I don't know his name, I've not met the gentleman, but he refurbished it, purchased it, refurbished it. They started showing new movies there last week. And the town is really, the square is really
Yeah,
looking
they
nice.
make a great old fashioned down at the depot too.
I'm not hearing Rob.
You not hear me? Hello, hello?
No, I am.
Oh, no, maybe I was a little
Okay, all right.
Maybe I need to get a little closer to you there, Clyde, so you can hear me.
Let's get a little closer to the mic instead.
So anyway, but talking about Springfield, this is what we want to do with our podcast, and we're getting there eventually. Focus on small town America.
America.
Home of the free, land of the brave.
There you go. And just focus on small businesses, small town people. There's
Yeah, and
just,
blackberry cobbler with a big scoop of vanilla ice cream on
Oh,
top.
that sounds so good.
Yeah.
I can go for some right now.
Yeah,
But there's so many interesting people out there
yes.
in these small towns across America.
Yeah.
America.
And we want to talk to them.
Yeah, we do.
Right, Clyde? We want to talk to these people and just interview them and say, hey, what's going on in your life?
Yeah, I just got back from New York, and one of the things that has been really cool about living in Middle Tennessee is all the theater groups in these small towns.
Oh,
You
they're
do
all
not
over.
have to go to Broadway
Right.
to see great theater.
Right? They're
you know?
all over the place. You're right.
And a couple of old farts sitting around this table have been involved in local
Well,
theater for decades.
Actually, Hickey, the three of us have met through theater, I do believe,
that's
right?
correct.
Yeah, so,
I'm more of a hack than an actor. You guys are for real.
This is
Well,
true.
no, we were
It's
slaves.
true.
We were slaves.
We were. We were at one time, weren't we?
Yeah.
Weren't we? We were. You got a pickup.
Is that a pickup
You got a pickup truck.
Hey,
Oh, man.
Is that your pickup truck out there?
Well, yes, it is.
F-150?
Yes.
No, that's Hoagie's.
Yeah. Can you? Yeah. Can you pick up some lumber for us for the set? Right. We were cursed to own pickup trucks, weren't we, Clyde?
It was a lot of fun, but
It was a lot of work, but a lot of fun, but a lot of stories that we could tell.
Yeah.
And we're going to tell some right now, aren't we?
Yeah, I think there's none better.
Yeah. Who wants to kick it off with a story of local theater?
I think it's got to be you.
Me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll try. I remember I was in a show many years ago. Of course, to protect the innocent, we're not going to name names or theaters.
oh, come on.
Right. Well, okay. It was. We were doing a show called Dracula, And Rodney directed the show and also starred as Dracula, the Count. And I remember
I don't drink wine.
that's blood.
What was what was the guy's name that came to see Dracula? Harper or something.
Something like that, yeah. Harper.
I don't drink wine, Mr. Harper.
Harker.
Yeah, go
Harker.
ahead.
Anyway, so Rodney's character, I remember noticing, you know, he starts off old in Dracula. He starts out old, and then as he drinks blood, he starts to get younger. So Rodney would paint his goatee,
Goatee.
the goatee, and make it darker as the show went along, as he was looking
For real?
younger. Yeah, this was you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were doing the show, and the set was a mess. The guy in charge of building the platforms, right, Pick? And there were so many levels to these platforms, and when the lights went out, I mean, you could not see a thing. You're tripping back there. He put glow tape on the platform so you wouldn't, you know, you maybe see that when the lights went. Nothing really worked. It was rough. We struggled up there. But anyway, before the show opened, we had a small backstage area where we would change, put makeup on, and we were just separated by a curtain. The women on one side, the men on the other. And so we were counting down the show time, so I just opened the curtain to say, you know, break a leg, girls. And there was only one woman back there, and she was chugging a bottle of wine, chugging it, just chugging. I'm like, huh? I'm like, good luck, girl. You know, and she was a few years older than me. So, well, and she was a veteran of the stage, kind of like Betty Davis or something, you know.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, she knows what she's doing. So we get out there to do our scene a few minutes later, and she's supposed to say something. She was the mother of Mina, or one of them,
Mina.
Lucy or Mina, one of them.
Mina.
Mina. And long story short, she was crocked. She was loaded. You could see in her eyes, there was just a glaze, you know. And she's supposed to talk about the garlic, you know, how garlic is, Dracula doesn't like garlic, you know.
Yeah.
And she's supposed to say a line about the garlic or something. And it goes to her, and she's like, just a blank look. And I'm like, something, I'm like, garlic, right? She says, yes, the garlic. The garlic. We struggled through that scene. And we had another guy playing Van Helsing who kind of came in late into the show because the main guy quit. And I said, listen, pal, I'm whispering, when those lights go down, you grab one arm, I'll grab the other, we'll get her off the stage, because she would have never made it with those platforms. You're sober, you couldn't make it. So we pick her up, and her legs are just dangling. The show went downhill from there, but thankfully the mother gets killed early on, so she was done. That's my theater story.
That's a great story.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it is.
You were there.
I was
Clyde?
there.
Clyde was there?
Yeah. He directed it, and he was Dracula. How do you do that? How do you direct and star in the show?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You did it, though.
Did I?
Yeah.
Actually,
The garlic.
didn't Rick, wasn't he directing that with me or us
He
together?
co-directed.
Okay. Did he direct?
He kind of got involved, yeah.
Okay.
Apparently alcohol was allowed on the set. I mean,
It should have been.
Well, yeah, I think it was either opening night or closing night. And somebody brought up, one of the theater owners
Bought some
brought
wine,
some
right?
champagne or something.
Or something, yeah, yeah.
You know, so everybody, I think everybody had a little shot, but
But she had a bottle.
Stephanie had her own.
Oh, we weren't naming
Her own
names,
stash.
but you are. That was her stage name.
Oh my gosh.
You got a funny story?
Yeah, it's, 25 of them. I'll just say this. It's only been in recent years that I've stopped having this dream. But you guys have maybe had this dream if you've been on the stage. I've had this dream that it's my turn to say my line, and I have no idea what my lines are.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
That's a fear, man.
I had one of the dreams. I had the entire cast. They had to close the show down and not do any, even try to do any shows because I was one of the leads, and I didn't know any of my lines.
Was that Damn Yankees?
But that's the story. That's probably
That's
my
another
favorite.
story.
That's probably my favorite story. You guys remember Fred Bacon?
Yeah, great
Yeah,
guy.
Yeah,
I love
very good.
Fred. Great guy.
Yeah.
He had never done theater. He he was a performer. He played songs. He would go to nursing homes and stuff like that. And he was, very comfortable doing that. But when it came to theater, he'd never done theater before.
Right.
It was opening night, I think, and I had had kind of a stressful week. My dad had had a stroke, and there were some issues with
Yeah.
costuming and whatever.
Yeah.
So this is no excuse, but Fred played Old Joe. And the
Old
story
Joe.
in Damn Yankees is Old Joe sells his soul to the devil so he can play for, I guess, the Yankees.
The
Yeah.
devil. That was your no. It was.
I
Was
was
it the Yankees?
Mr.
It was.
Applegate.
Yeah.
You were the devil.
Mr. Applegate.
Yes, Mr.
And
Applegate.
so that's where the song "Whatever Lola Wants, Lola Gets" comes from. That show.
Whatever Lola wants.
So we're on stage. This is Fred's first show. It was one of the first scenes of the play.
It's like the opening scene, isn't it?
He meets with the devil. This is me, and I had no idea what my line was, and so I said, "I'll be right back."
Yeah, he's on stage.
being
I was in
upset.
this show, so I saw he's on stage, ready to do his lines, and I could see this blank look on his face. I knew he didn't know his line. We were friends. I knew. And he's like, "I'll be right back after this message from Ovaltine." Hey, go ahead.
My
Bob.
script was only about 10 feet away off stage.
Yes, he had it opened and ready.
I had it opened to the scene.
Smart.
So I walked backstage, got my line, came back on and finished the scene. Left the poor guy on stage by himself. First play he's ever been in.
Poor Fred.
And I left him by himself.
But he came back, held his demeanor.
I guess I made it
Clyde
through the
here.
rest of the show.
Yeah, it was great. It was probably one of the best shows we ever. Look, we're still talking about it, and that's got to be 20 years ago or more, right?
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Hickey, you got some stories?
Well,
Is that PG stories? Or they could be R.
there were some good ones. We were talking earlier, one thing about local theater is you could have a few hundred people there, or you could have
Two.
two, if it were a big night.
We've all been there, haven't we?
Yeah.
So to have to exhibit the same exuberance
Mm-hmm.
It's a challenge.
when there's only two
Mm-hmm.
is a challenge. I remember a small theater in Goodlettsville. You guys remember that one on the
Yeah.
corner? What was
New
it?
Day.
New Day.
Is that
And,
that old shopping center?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
yes.
did a show over
Yeah,
there.
there were a couple instances there. I remember, generally at a local theater you have maybe popcorn and soft drinks and some candy. And
Yeah.
the guy that was running the theater at the time decided to do white beans and cornbread. as
Oh, what? Not a good choice.
yeah.
People's got nervous stomachs as it is.
Yes, and I think
Did you crap your pants?
it was interesting. But actually, after a break from theater, I was in a show where Clyde directed Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and you cast me as a professor. You remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that one,
Oh,
Clyde?
yeah.
Yeah, that was really a good show. I think we had a good cast.
Was that over there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was in Hendersonville.
Oh.
The Steeple Players.
Steeple
Ah,
Players.
Steeple
yeah,
It was
and,
after Sumner County playoffs had been, they weren't in there.
They dissolved, and yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. It was that theater, if you remember, you had to time matinees
Yeah.
because the train went by.
That's
You remember
right.
that?
Yes, yes.
And blew the whistle.
Yeah, it was loud.
So you had to be very careful about what you couldn't be a touching scene or
Yes,
something like
yes.
that, or it would be very distracting.
Yeah.
But I think the perils like that in small theater kind of add to
Add
the
to it.
realism of
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
The appeal, right? Mhm.
Yeah. Yes. And,
Yeah. Yeah.
And no matter what anyone says, a paid actor that doing a Broadway show for many months,
Mm-hmm.
it's every bit as difficult, maybe more so, when you're doing sometimes 1 or 2 matinees and an evening show, and you've worked your ass off all week on your day job.
That's rough, man.
Yeah,
That's
and,
rough.
And so I think the beautiful part of it is like talking about small town businesses, the food, the entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
everything about it just gives it some realism and that kind of
Yes.
Mark Twain Americana
Yeah.
that we seem to have lost a little bit.
Mhm.
But
I
you know,
agree.
I would always encourage, and I got to work in theater with my daughter. You know, my daughter Maddie, and just being a part of kind of like a family that's doing it. I think was probably one of the greatest joys of my life. And
Oh yeah.
I've done other things since then. My partner Pete, we did.
Business partner.
Yeah, my business partner, and also we wrote a book together,
Mhm.
Otto, the Boy at the Window, and we
And you guys adapted that to the stage.
yes, and we
Bill Dorian.
Yeah, Bill Dorian did, we performed it at the Jewish Center in Nashville,
Mm-hmm.
sellout crowd for several nights, and to be able to produce a story that you're familiar with and see it again
Mm-hmm.
in a local setting, I think was probably one of the biggest moments of my life.
Is that right?
And to have Clyde involved with it, he did a great job as a Nazi. Imagine that.
Really?
Dracula and a Nazi. I mean, you know,
That's-
you see a
there's a
trend there.
theme.
So that was True Brothers when I did the Nazi thing.
Yeah.
And I also played somebody else, but the original one, I was...
Oh, that's right. You were Ernst, the father. That's right.
Well, I wasn't the father, I was the narrator. I was Pete.
That's right. Yeah.
I was Pete.
That's correct. It's that part of it again just goes hand in hand with everything else that
Mhm.
that is what we're trying to do
Yeah.
here. I think is
Yeah.
talk about it.
Oh,
And-
sure.
And we were also able to be involved with Kiki Friedman. You remember Kiki Friedman?
Yes,
Texas
oh,
Jew
certainly.
Boys, you know, almost governor of Texas.
Yeah.
He just passed away not all that long ago.
Not,
really,
no,
just a
not,
couple
years
not,
ago,
not long ago at all.
Yeah.
And we got to go down the exit in and be a
Fun.
part of his show. And
Fun.
you know, he's written many books.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, seeing the way that we blended music, theater, the books, everything together.
Yeah.
You know, where we topping the New York Times bestseller list, where we,
Isn't that great?
you know, The Great White Way, where we,
Yeah.
you know, the hit. That you know people think is success. I think true success begins with just being around friends and neighbors, and
Mhm.
and that's one of the things I think we're trying to do with this podcast.
Oh, I agree. You know, and we were talking about local stuff here, Springfield, where we're broadcasting from. They have a very good local theater, community theater group, Robertson County Players. They've been around for many, many years. I want to say 30 years or more, 40 years. They're a long time. Put on good shows. I've been involved with them in the past, and they put on some good shows. But if I may, I'll tell another quick funny show.
Sure.
I played Mr. Potter in It's a Wonderful Life. And Tom, you're in that show with me the second time I did, but I had done it before that, so I was very familiar with the part. You know, and George, George, you need some money, George? I'm out of town, I'm a red. So I loved it. It was a great part. But anyway, it's in the play, the version we did, both times, is Potter's only in the first act of the show. There's 2 acts. He's only in the first act. Second act, he's not in it. So I got a lot of time to kill. So we were doing matinees and evening show. I think it was Saturdays we did those, right, Tom?
That's right.
And so we, that's a long time in between. I mean, you can go home, but you know, you just stick around and go have lunch or whatever. So we did that. We all went to a local Mexican restaurant, and I had some tequila. And hit that for me, would you, sir? And
Don't take that call.
And anyway, we had a pitcher, margaritas, and then had another pitcher of margaritas, and I drank a little more than anybody. Very familiar with my role, the part, and the breeze. I knew the lines backward and forward. But as I learned, Clyde and Hickey, I didn't know the lines drunk. So it's getting time to open the show, and I go to the lead who's playing George. I said, "Hey, Aaron, listen, pal, I can't remember my lines, so be on your toes, pal."
You should ask him if you could hold a script.
Yes,
Or just call line.
Yeah, line. So it was and it happened to be a show that they were recording too. I've never seen the recording. I don't want to see it, but I made it through. I'm in a wheelchair. I got a guy pushing me, so I couldn't miss my mark. And but man, it was rough. It was rough.
I
It's a
watched
horrible,
that from
horrible feeling. Isn't
Yes,
Yes.
it's like your nightmare you said you had.
as Clarence. I watched it from heaven, if you remember.
Yes, that's right.
I was looking down upon that scene, and
I was hoping an
we were
angel
all
would come down and
cheering for
rescue
you
me.
up there in heavenly places. You did great.
Well, folks, we're talking about local theater and stuff, and they always need volunteers, right,
Yes.
guys? You don't have to be on stage or be an actor or this or that. If you just want to help with the set, painting, or whatever, they always need an extra hand. You don't get paid for it. It's volunteers, it's community theater, but you learn a lot. You make lifelong friends like us, and it's worthwhile giving it a shot, right? But you know what it is right now?
What's that?
You see that? We've reached the end of the road.
Oh, hang on. Real quick.
Yeah.
Have you ever been on stage and when the lights come up, you realize you're not in this scene?
I've been close.
I've done that.
That's terrifying.
I just got upset. I'll see you boys later.
Well,
I'll walk upstairs.
we've reached the end of the road, guys.
Yeah, that's the end of the road. What road? Are you pissed?
No, we leave.